tea?
The Mount Carmel area. Since 1994, the Red Tornadoes won 4 state championships. But last year, Mount Carmel missed the state playoffs. Settling for the Eastern Conference playoffs is not a good season around here.
Sure, it was a disappointing season. It was a long haul. We played a lot of young kids, and all the young kids got a lot better. And it was great for us to play 2 games late in the season, and we got a lot of kids some experience, some good playoff experience. So the season ended on a positive note, and hopefully we can carry this.
Top small school programs in the state. Our Adam Zucker on hand for this one. He joins us live from the control room. Adam, did it live up to the billing?
Well, people were excited for it. It wasn't exactly a close game. A clash of the Titans that's taking place every year since the mid-90s. A litmus test for 2 teams always thinking state title. Southern Columbia won out Mount Carmel last year 22-0. Tonight, a different location and some very different results. Let's go to the highlights from this one. Southern Columbia, the runners-up in Class Single A last year, coming out to defend the home turf. First quarter, sophomore stud Drew Litcavage from Mount Carmel. Get used to hearing his name. Made several big plays in this one. Off to the sideline, a nice little hurdle, and he's off to the races. A 66-yard punt return for the touchdown. Red Tornadoes going up 7-0. The defense was a level 5 Tornado. Mike Lashinsky sacks Southern quarterback Mark Witovich as the D was strong all night. Southern -2 yards in their first 4 possessions. More defense, 14-zip late in the half. John Dara picks off the pass, 38 yards the other way. Next play, Dave Shinsky to Mike Lashinsky. Shinsky to Lashinsky. It's a touchdown, 21-0 at the break. Third quarter, Dave Brown, get out of his way. Don't even try to tackle him. 20 yards for the score, 28-0. The capper for Carmel. Third quarter, Dave Shinsky, 30 yards to Damian Buggy. 35-0 Mount Carmel there. The mercy rule goes into effect. 42-zip, the final.
Oh, this was huge. I mean, ever since last year, we wanted through the whole summer. I mean, this win was starting something special, and we're just getting over the top of the hill now. We're starting to roll.
How's this feel?
Feels good right now. You know, it's great to be 3-0 right now. We got a monster game next week at Shamokin at home, and it never stops. You enjoy it for a few hours, and we're right back at it next week.
And we've been looking forward to this since last season when they came to our hometown and beat us 22-0. We've been working hard all season, and this is a huge win, and we wanted to come out tonight and prove to the state and everybody that doubted us that we can play with the best team.
And clearly Mount Carmel is among the best of them. And Jason, an interesting note here, since the introduction of the mercy rule, Southern Columbia, they've enforced it 22 times on their opponents. Tonight was the first time that they saw the clock ticking away on them. Let's go back to you.
All right, Ab, you don't see the Tigers take it on the chin.
School football, a couple of teams playing 95 times in the past.
They have some history here.
Lots of history. All right, 4 Super 16 teams go head-to-head this Friday. There's Williamsport at Berwick. That's a good one. Lakeland at Dunmore. Hazelton area at Pottsville. And Shamokin at Mount Carmel area. Jim Cole says the 95th meeting between those 2 teams might be one of the best just yet.
After 2 weeks of inconsistent play, Mount Carmel put it all together last week when they blew past Southern Columbia 42-0. Good win. Now forget about it, because Shamokin is steaming into the Silver Bowl with a 3-0 record.
Very scrappy, very aggressive. I think the quickest team overall defensively we've seen all season. And I think they have the most speed in the skill positions, definitely since I've been here, and of all teams we've seen this season. They're very good and very quick in the skill positions. They have about 8 kids that can really hurt you and win a football game for them. So it's going to be a challenge for our kids.
Shamokin has more speed than Mount Carmel, but the Red Tornadoes have more size. An all-state quarterback, Dave Shinsky.
You're right. You've got to put pressure on him. The films that we've seen of him, they didn't get a lot of pressure on him. I mean, he throws lasers. This kid is a real deal, and we've got to get pressure on him. If we don't get pressure on him, he could really hurt us.
If there's anybody that knows about the Shamokin-Mount Carmel rivalry, it's you. I understand they first started playing in 1898. You didn't play in that game, did you?
It was close. It was close, Jim. No, it was back in 1967. So I've been involved in this rivalry for over 30 years. It's something special.
We're used to playing this game. Everyone's pumped for it. It doesn't take much to get us in the mood to play Shamokin.
It's just bloodbath, coal region. It's great. Every year this is the best week of the season. There's nothing like it. It's going to be a great game Friday night, and I just can't wait to be part of it.
Right now, the Silver Bowl is quiet. It won't be come Friday night. Expect about 10,000 fans here, and why not? 2 undefeated teams, 2 arch rivals. and only one winner. It should be something special. In Mount Carmel, Jim Coles, Newswatch. Tonight, the damage came from the Red Tornadoes and the surging Tide. The Crimson Tide of Pottsville can tell you all about the top teams in the Super 16 countdown. 2 weeks ago, Pottsville lost to number 4 Blue Mountain by 1 point. Last week, the Tide lost to number 3 Hazleton by a 21-7 score. This week, a visit to number 2, Mt Carmel area. The Red Tornadoes coming off impressive wins over Southern Columbia and Shamokin. Mount Carmel up 14-0. Drew Letkavich with a big 13-yard run in the third quarter. Dave Brown with a touchdown run. Red Tornadoes leading 21-0. They have a good offense. They have a great defense. 4th and goal for Pottsville quarterback Tim McFarland, sacked by number 29, Damian Buggy. Later on, Pottsville, another 4th and goal. McFarland again and again, he stops short. The Red Death defense, their 3rd straight shutout, they win it. Final score, 20.
No, Jason, it was pretty foggy out there. Number 2, Mount Carmel coming in undefeated, 3 straight shutouts over some very good teams. Pottsville, let's see here, Southern Columbia and Shimokin. They didn't allow a point in any of them, but entering the second half, tied at 6 with the Colts of Marion Catholic. Marion's first possession of the third quarter. T.J. Lawrence intercepted by Steve Matsura. That'll give Mount Carmel 1st and 10 at the Marion 20-yard line. From there, it's Big Dave Brown. Ending the short drive with the fullback dive. Brown had the first 2 touchdowns for Mount Carmel. The extra point no good, so it's 12-6. Next possession, the play of the game. Dave Shinsky says, "Where's Wargo?" Tim Wargo outplays the defender and tears himself free. Goes in for the score, 19-6 Red. The defense, one big play after another. Just 1 touchdown allowed now the last 4 weeks. Mount Carmel remains undefeated, 19-6.
How hard is it to stay undefeated?
It's tough. You know, everybody's out to get us. You know, we just came off 4 brutal games in a row, and it doesn't stop here. It's going to keep going for us, and our kids know that. And you know, tonight we were in a football game, and we're going to be in a lot of football games the rest of the way.
It's hard because every team out there is gunning for you when you're undefeated. Everybody wants to beat you. They want to be the one team to beat you no matter what. And it's a big bullseye on our back, and every week it's going to get harder and harder.
But tonight was it was a tough game with the fog and the balls were wet. You know, it's tough. It's tough to stay undefeated.
A few games that should be easier coming up for the Big Red than that season finale. Perhaps they're just a little tougher down in the coal region. Just about every game on tonight's high school football schedule washed out, but there are a handful of games to get to. We begin with Mount Carmel, undefeated and ranked number 1 in the state, hosting North Schuylkill. Our own Rich Czarneski was there. First quarter, Mount Carmel's Mike Lashinsky takes it in from 10 yards out. The Red Tornadoes score on their first drive, 6-zip. Then we go to the air. Dave Shinsky to Tim Wargo. 43 yards on the play. Shinsky, 6 completions on 7 passes for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. 13-0 there. We bring out the D. Justin Leonovich sacks North Schuylkill's quarterback Mark Edwards, 13-0 after the first quarter. Second, Shinsky to Drew Letkavich on the screen pass, and he does the rest. Another 43-yard play for a touchdown. 19-0 Mount Carmel. Shinsky over 5,000 yards passing in his career. Up 27-0. Shinsky to Wargo again. Another touchdown. 33-0 there. The Red Tornadoes still undefeated. 40-6 the final. They've allowed 12 points in their life.
Red Tornadoes have been our top team in the top 10 for the past 6 weeks now. And tonight, they put that unbeaten streak on the line at Danville. The Ironmen giving the Red Tornadoes a run for their money tonight. That's for sure, folks. Tornadoes had an early lead, but here comes Danville. Pat Ross hits Nick Good on the fade, and it's good for 9 yards in the score. Danville up 7-6 at the break. Second half now. Tornadoes, they're going to storm back. Drew Letkavich, check it out. Fields the punt at his 25, and with some nice blocking, he's off, takes off through the mud and slop all the way down to the 1-yard line before being taken down. Next play, though, Dave Brown. He's going to punch it in right there. 12-7 Red Tornadoes in a pouring rain. Later on, Mount Carmel gets some insurance. Trey Savitsky splish splashes his way 30 yards all the way down to the 1. That sets up another Mount Carmel score. They hang on to stay unbeaten, folks. 9-0 with the 18-7 victory over a tough Danville.
Mike Brennan's guys sitting atop the Super 16 countdown as they await a showdown with 10th-ranked Selinsgrove. The Silver Bowl in Mount Carmel, a great place to see a game. Of course, when you have a quarterback like Dave Shinsky, it helps. It matters a little bit. Red Tornadoes up 6-0. They pitch to their sophomore, Drew Letkavich, who's been a find in the second half of the season. 10-yard touchdown run, 12-0 at the half. Third quarter, Shinsky audibilizes and throws to Letkavich for a touchdown, and that one is perfectly thrown and caught. 22-yard strike, 18-0, and Mount Carmel also has the D. Watch on the ensuing kickoff. Tripped up Mike Lashinsky with the hit. 4th and goal for Selinsgrove. Lashinsky and Damian Shikatano preserved the shutout. Mount Carmel, another impressive win over a good team. Final score, 18-0.